Testing my audio. Testing the audio. Test, test, test. Should be good. Should be good right now. Okay. Should be more than a fine. Audio should be fine. Cool. What's crack-a-lackin', fam? AT Spectre 8K here. And as you guys can see from the description, we're going to be trying to test out and make a pretty cool Burning Abyss list for you guys here. So the whole concept about this is to make the most optimal BA list possible for the new upcoming format. So let's see if I can't do something pretty good here. Let's make a new list. Because I have two BA lists, as you guys can see right there. Two BA lists. My first couple lists have been... this was my Dino BA list, which the problem is, like, it relied too much on the dangers and militia stuff and to combo off and stuff like that, so we can't use this list anymore. I could use it as a template, but I'd rather keep it for the future. This is the current list that I was playing around with, as you guys saw with my video. If you guys have seen my my deck list video for the new format. Unfortunately, Konami came out with a ban list really quicker than I thought. But I'm kind of glad it's here, because there were going to be some instantly broken things, especially Lunalight Tiger getting banned is actually pretty cool, because one of my buddies plays that deck, and some of the things that deck could have done was pretty broken, like set up the artifact Scythe Lock and everything like that. Starting out with BA, I have to determine which BA I want to play, because BA usually plays like the best cards of the format, but the problem is if I rip out the cards that got hit off the list, you have to take out the Mally, because playing 2 Mally is dumb. The Glow Up Bulb's got to go. Destrudo's a very big rip, because that card was actually my low-key favorite in the whole deck. And then you got to take the Nessie out. So if you take out every single card that the ban list hit, basically, or its engine, I'm basically left with this list. So I'm left with the ban list basically ripped oh. Well, yeah, I could play 1-1, but basically of my list, I'm left with this. So instead of 42 cards, I'm left with 31. Now, I could either A, try to continue playing combo, which is still plausible, but it ripped some of the teeth out of it with Glow Bulb was huge for this deck. Like, Steam the Cloak was huge, I should say. Glow Bulb is replaceable, but Steam the Cloak isn't. Steam the Cloak, the level 3 tuner. I could try to play around. I was thinking about zombies, playing zombies in here. Like BA Zombies is what I was looking at. Because you could play like that Synchro Spam card. What's that card called? The Zombie level 3 tuner. Plague Spreader, no. Or it's level 4. Because there's Unizombie, the level 3 tuner. Because the thing that I was looking at was, because if they don't hit the dangers, which they did, to 1 and 1, which really stinks, you could have like pseudo tried to put the Mizuki engrave somehow, and then use the Unizombie as a level 3 target to go into your level 3 plays. Because I could keep doing my normal combo-esque, but it just feels like you're nerfing your deck repeatedly, so you have to find new ways to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Why is Unizombie not coming up? Am I spelling his name wrong? Do I not know how to spell Uni? Unizombie, yeah. Is card like not in Dueling Book? Hello? Okay. So Unizombie's effect is you can target one face-up monster on the field, discard one card, and if you do, increase that target's level by 1. You can target one face-up monster on the field. Monsters you control cannot attack for the rest. You can target one face-up monster on the field. Monsters you control cannot attack for the rest of this turn except zombie monsters. Also send one zombie monster from your deck to the graveyard, and if you do, increase that target's level by 1. You can only use each effect of Unizombie once per turn. So the drawback of this effect is pretty stiff, but being able to send to the grave is insane. And is it send as cost? You target one face-up monster on the field, discard one card. If you do that, that's the cost. You could target one face-up monster on the field, that's the cost. Okay. Because it would have been cool to try to pseudo bring this card out with Christian Needle Fiber. It would have been really cool if you can go into Needle Fiber that's out, and if the effect to special was a cost, and for effect, it increased that target's level by 1 again. So like, that would have been insane. Because you bring this out off of Needle Fiber, and then from there, you can send your Mizuki, and then keep looping this card with the Mizukis. Right, because the send is not a cost, right? Like Cherubini. Let me just double check on that. You can target one face-up monster in the field, that's the cost. Monster you control. Also send one zombie monster from your deck to the graveyard, and if you do, increase that target's level by 1. Oh, and you can only use each effect of Unizombie once per turn. What's the level 4 zombie? What's the level 4 one that I was thinking about? The one that if it's synchro summoned, it special summons itself back out. What card is that? Let me search for it. if it's used as synchro material. There it is, this guy. Beast of the Pharaoh. If this card is sent to the graveyard for a synchro summon, you can target one level 4 or lower zombie monster in your graveyard, special summon that target. Let's put him in there with Unizombie. And Mizuki. Let's look for level 6 synchro monsters, which is going to be important for this if we're going to play the Beast of the Pharaoh. We need a bunch of synchros. So let's search to see our options. See if there's anything good that we can make that's generic. Brio doesn't really help us here. We're looking for cards that either can help us combo further or can allow us to keep playing, or can put up negates. Problem is there's only a limited number of level 6 monsters. Barkion, but is Beast of the Pharaoh Earth or Dark? It's Earth. Interesting. Because you can make Barkion technically in here. That's for traps only. Reptilian Hydra. Everyone talks about synchros being the, like, bastard stepchild of Yu-Gi-Oh! I kind of understand why. But it's really unfortunate. Yeah, this is, like, so underrepresented in terms of synchros. In terms of what I can use synchros for. I wonder. Let me see if I can't find other zombies to use in here. As you can see, this is the life of deck building. I really wanted to bring the deck building to you guys as natural as possible, which is what I'm doing right now. What process I go through and what most players go through when they create new decks for players, it becomes a fact of how do I and what do I do in which to keep the deck as consistent as possible while also adding in a new engine that can make the deck better than what it is currently. Because right now I can just play like a kind of beaten down PK Fire with hand traps, but it doesn't benefit off of anything really. Like, you lose the ability to combo off. You lose the ability to do a lot of stuff. Because watch if I just take. Let's see what would happen if I just take the cards I have now, right? So let me take the exact cards I have now and try to do a mock duel against myself, obviously, because I don't feel like getting destroyed online. But let's go to solo mode. Let's not play Dragon Link. Let's go to my Burning Abyss deck. Set default. And let's see what happens with this style engine. Just as a test. So right now, I drew basically okay, surprisingly. But like, I gotta do this special. Send to the graveyard, Bring out. Interesting is I could have went for Needle Fiber there, actually. But bring out Cherubini. Use Cherubini's effect, the cost, obviously, to send a copy of... Send the Graph to summon the Seer. send. Mill 3. And then Rhino's effect triggers. Basically, the only issue is that I'll probably, in a good day, and that was like a pretty decent hand. On a good day, I'll be able to do this. Special. And link these two off to make my copy of Cherubini. And then I'll have to Cherubini effect here. Since I drew the Seer, you send the copy of Sabers. And then obviously you Saber stack back the Seer. And there's another uh-oh that I'm running into. Let's see if I can't do anything else there. It's so weird trying to play a deck that you're so familiar with, but not in the way that you're used to, because I'm so used to having extra cards to play with that seeing these hands are really weird and quite frankly awkward. Let me put in some hand traps. Let's put in the 3 Ash, 3 Nibiru, and then I could put in the 3 different combo cards, which would be nice. I could put in a multitude of different like combo cards. Can't play in my extra deck now. I can't play certain cards here either. I can't play FA Dawn Dragster anymore, so that card has to go away. Let's look for cards I can play in my extra deck now. Cards that I can easily make in this style of a deck. Which is, unfortunately, they're Link monsters. Or... The one thing I'm running into is that BA requires almost its whole hand to go full combo, which stinks. Or like some positivity on the mills. I want a card where if it gets put into the graveyard, it gives me something. Just anything, really, at this point. Oh, wait a minute. I have an interesting card that I can put in here. Let me save my deck really quick. I have an interesting card that I kind of want to try out in here. That just gave me like a brainstorm, like a mega brainstorm. Let me go to my Dragon Link deck. And this card. Where is it? Galactic Spiral Bulge Drag. Galactic Spiral Dragon. That card. Let me see if I can't test that card out there. Galactic. This card. Oh, it's Dark Dragons. I wish it was just dark. I thought it was light and slash or dark monsters, because then I'd thoroughly abuse that card in here. Back to the drawing board, I guess. What's a card I could just easily plop on. Graveyard. Because if you see like Steam's effect, you can tribute one monster special summon this card from your graveyard. Let me look back at Jet Synchron. Jet Synchron. If this card is sent to your graveyard, no. If this card is in your graveyard, you can send one monster from your hand to the graveyard, special summon this card, but banish it and leaves the field. That card's fine. I saw BA players are playing Recover, so let's check out Recover. If this card is in your graveyard and your opponent has 5 or more cards in their extra deck than you do, you can pay 2,000 life points, special summon this card, but banish it when it leaves the field. We could try it out for now. That's fine. This card is in your graveyard. Pay 2,000 life points. You take no damage this turn. If this card is in your graveyard, you get to, what the heck's the point of that? You pay 2,000 life points, you take no damage this turn. It's like a worse battle fader. Because I want to play the 6 hand traps. 3 Ash, 3 Nibiru, I think is fine. Playing this deck format right now, just trying it out to see what else I can do to fill that one card void I'm looking for. I'm looking for a card that I can pop up, like a, like, I got rid of Sulkies because it's not really that great. It's a neg without Mally. I lost the Mally. I lost a couple dangers, so I lost 2 dangers. I could just put Nessie back in, technically, to be honest. I want the Psychic. I could put the Psychics in here too. Like Psychic Tracker, Psychic Wielder. I have my little Herald in there that I can still make pretty easily. I did lose my Phaedon Dragster, which sucks, but now what should I go for? Because both the they both set up the Herald play that's really broken against your opponent right now. Mathematician's still good. Conflicted, to be honest. I really don't like playing dangers and hand traps, but we dropped 2 dangers, so I played it in my other list. I played 4 hand traps and the 4 dangers, so I cut a danger and I added 2 more hand traps. So I think that should be fine for now. This should be fine for now. In the extra deck, I guess I could play Virgil, to be honest with you. I got the level 3, the 2 level 1s are pretty cool. My problem with recover is that you pay 2,000 life points, and in order to use the effect, your opponent has to have 5 more cards in their extra deck than you do. So that's such a steep requirement. That's such a terrible requirement, which sucks. Let me see if I can't find a card to replace it. Like, to be honest, I have the Jet Synchron, which basically replaces the glow bulb that I was playing anyway. I just have to be smarter with it. I can't just like use glow bulb and not have a card in hand anymore. So I have to be smarter with the Jet Synchron than I would normally. The recover, I really don't like having this card. To be honest, the Jet Synchron's actually not that bad because I can put like Phantom Knights in grave that I normally wouldn't have been able to, which is pretty dope. But I'm really conflicted on that recover effect. I wish I could get a better card than that. Let's see if I can't find a good tuner monster. Like something with a good graveyard effect. A tuner with a good graveyard effect. Vanish, no. No. Send this card from your hand to the graveyard? No. Rip my man Gofu. During your main phase, you can banish this card from the graveyard to target one face-up level 4. Oh, damn it. So promising at the beginning. This card is sent to the graveyard for synchro summon. Change its battle position? What? Okay. When this card is sent to the graveyard while equipped, dude. When this card... I remember Elephant is hella fun. When this remove from play card, a special summon, remove from play the top card. Oh. I'm not going to be removing him from play. That card's actually not that bad for the Rock BA decks, to be honest. That's actually not that bad. Because you could send it to the graveyard. Oh, but then how do you get it back? Because you can remove it from play, but then how do you special summon it? Decatron's a no. This card is in your graveyard and you have 3. No. Aolo. Monster that is special in the extra deck and you do not. Put this card in your hand or graveyard, you get special summon this card, but banish it when it comes to the field. This card is sent from field to the graveyard by your opponent's card. Nitro Synchron. Draw a card. For the synchro summon of a Nitro Synchro monster, no. Special summon this card from your hand by sending one monster from your hand to the graveyard. For synchro summon, you can substitute this card for any one synchro. For synchro summon, you can substitute this card for any one synchron tuner monster. I don't think I'll be using that. If synchron. Oh, it's for synchron tuner. I wanted it to be like synchron. Actually, what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? I can make a level 8 here. With this card, you can special summon this card from your hand by sending one monster from your hand to the graveyard. You can make Borreload Savage with this card, man. Easy. It's got a good hand effect. I think you can't bring it off of Needle Fiber, though. Yep. 1 level 3 or lower. Card would have been nuts if you could bring that card out. That'd be freaking busted. Okay, so let's go 1 to 3. Unfortunate. That card actually was pretty cool. I actually would have considered playing that card if you could also bring it off Needle Fiber, because then you could use that level 5 with a level 3 and just go major ham. You can make Borreload Savage in this deck really, really easy then in this style of a deck. Imagine a deck where you could have Fogblade with Savage with like Appaloosa or Avermax or something like that. That'd be nuts. And that card would have enabled it. And you could have easily just plopped it in the field. Let's see. Any card that's a special summon. Let's start from the back. Work our way forward. Target 1 Beast Warrior. 2 or more wind. No. I don't play winds, boys. Cannot be used as a single material except for a single during this. This card is normal special summon. You can target one face of monster your opponent controls immediately after this effect resolves. Synchro summon one wind monster using only this card you control and your opponent's monster? Huh. Wind synchro monster. Isn't Herald a wind synchro monster? Oh, it's a light. Duh, Herald of the Arc Light. Wow. This card's in your graveyard. You can banish one of the plant type monster from your graveyard, special summon this card from your graveyard, and increase its level by the level of that banished monster. Each player can only activate the effect of Spore once per duel. One other plant type monster, you say? Do we have any other plant type monsters? I do not play plant type monsters. Should I play plant type monsters? I have no idea. To be honest, I don't think there's any good plant type monsters to play. The Predaplant engine? Actually. Let me put in Spore in here for a little bit. Oh, they're not tuners. Drawing to this card. You could have one poly. Scorpio. Orphis Scorpio. Where's Orphis Scorpio? How the heck do I spell Orphis Scorpio? I was literally spelling that as close as possible. This card's normally special summoned. You can send one monster from your hand to the graveyard. Special summon one Predaplant monster from your deck except Predaplant Orphis Scorpio. So I could play the Predaplant engine with Spore. I could try it out. Bring Spore out from Needle Fiber. And then banish it to bring it back. That's just stupid enough to work. Get rid of the Psychic Wielder and Tracker for now. And probably the Mathematician too, to be honest. Even though he's one card. Let's try this out for now. Let's just see where this thing goes. And then I'll put a Saryuja in there. Because if this card's special summoned, so I can special summon it out. Oh, and the Recover. I don't want the Recover in here either. Probably take out the Calcab then for now too. Alright, let's try this puppy out. So I drew the core. I drew the one of Cobra. Alright. Okay. Let's try this. Let's try to go off here. And I hit the seer. Alright. That hand just hates me. Let's shuffle that up and go again. Not bad. Not bad at all. Let's go tour guide. Tour guide effect to summon the graph out. Send. Bring out the copy of Sherbini. And then graph effect. Summon out Seer. I'm gonna have to look for more plant type monsters to play, to be honest with you. Because like drawing the spore is kind of like, eh. Use Cherubini's effect. Send for cost. Send Edgem Sabers. And then Sabers effect to stack. Make Dante. Before you do anything, then this my main squeeze. Gallus. And then I get the level 3 token. It'd be cooler if you made a level 3 token that was a tuner. Use Sabers. Hit a Rhino. Hit a Sea Archiver. And I think that was the second tour guide, yeah. So hit a Rhino at least. Rhino and a Sea Archiver, which is going to be nice. So, is there anything I want to send at this point? That's the problem with the Rhino now. I might have to take some Rhinos out. Because once the graph is out of the deck, like there's no more Edgem Sabers that I really want to send in here anymore. So, I mean, not Edgem Sabers, Fabled Sulkius. So the Rhino could actually come out of here too. Because like the Rhino for something else that can help me in the graveyard. Because right now the Rhino just sends the Scarm and I already don't have my 2 BAs. So, Dante and token. Make IP Masquerena. We're just gonna Master Level 5 this. Sekka's Light, draw 2. Interesting. Sekka's Light back the... I'll Sekka's Light back the Rhino. And I get a Libic. Not terrible, not terrible. I can manage with that. I could either A, use it to effect special. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. I could do it either way, but I'm going to use the effect on the Dante so that the Seer doesn't blow up if my opponent has like a Veiler or something. And then Libit's effect can trigger. Special out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Spore. If this card's in your graveyard, you can banish. Yeah, I'm gonna need some more plants for Spore. Draw. Drew and a Nibiru. That's not a bad backup plan at all. Could also use it as like a target for that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I also have the Sea Archiver, but let's just get rid of everything. Let's make Saryuja. Let's see if we can't draw something nice. Like an Orphis Scorpio here would be bomb. Bang! There goes the dynamite. Dynamite. We struck gold. Okay. So I don't need you anymore. And I don't need you. And then I don't need rock. But I'll keep the Ashen deck. Because I can send it special. But keeping the 2 hand traps is so good. Keeping the 2 hand traps is so good. But then I only have a BA. I only have a Beatrice setup. Oh, wait. No, I could just make... Okay. I'm going to do something dumb, and I'm going to get rid of the hand traps. So, special. And then use this effect. Send. And then use that effect to make... Darlington Cobra. Oh, now I can... Unfortunately, this is going to be a weird loop around Neg. But I could make Appaloosa and then set up the... 1, 2... that's 1, 2, 3... 2, 3... Or what am I doing? Instead of Appaloosa, just make Avermax. To be honest. Because then you turn 1 and 2 into... It doesn't really matter what you turn it into, to be honest. You could turn it into Nightmare Cerberus. And then you banish this to bring out Spore. Link these 2 guys away into Avermax. And then I think this gets banished, right? Increase its level by the level of that banished monster. So this becomes a 4. It becomes a 4. So it gives me access to level 7 plays. It doesn't give me access to what I wanted or what I thought I'd get. Because it's a level 1, obviously. But it gives me access to the level 7 teal blocks again with FA Dawn Dragster. It could potentially give me access to... Actually, it's increased that level. Okay. So yeah, it definitely gives me access to certain cards. I definitely am interested in this plant-based engine, though. I thought zombies would have been nice, but zombies is too cute to play with, I think, right now. I think this plant-based engine will actually do pretty well. And Orphis Scorpio is a lot better than Mathematician for this because it sets up the same kind of lock play. With you play the 3 Orphis Scorp, the 3, and it has the send to the graveyard effect. So I can get rid of any of these cards. I can get rid of the Ancient Cloak in my hand if I have it, or the Ragged Gloves, or even the Silent Boots, which would be awesome. You can pitch out like a empty Edgem Sabers. To be honest, I'm really not digging Rhino anymore. I'm not digging Rhino, so let me take 1 Rhino out. Let me see if I can't find more plants for Spore. And like a better card for Spore to go into. Like level 3s would be dope. I mean, level 7 play. More Synchro 7 plays. Isn't, let me see what's a Synchro 7. Otherwise, just make Borreload Savage if I can put out a 4. Which you kind of can, because with the, it's kind of stupid neg, but if your opponent has a card, you go Break Sword, pop, and then you can do it. But, let's see. Black Rose? I just looked up from my phone for a little quick and I saw Black Rose. That could be so much fun. I burnt my tongue too on some pizza. You guys ever do that? Where you burn your tongue on pizza? That's a lot of fun. I gotta find some type of cool, because Spore's interesting, especially with the Orphis Scorpios. The Orphis Scorpio into the Darlington Cobra play. Seeing the 3-for-1. Worst case scenario, if you put like the one in the graveyard with the Spore. I wish if Spore was a Predaplant, that'd be cool too. Is there a good Predaplant monster that's a Synchro? Let me see a Predaplant Synchro. I think there was the one Predaplant Synchro tuner monster. Oh, why do I put tuner? You can specialize tributing one opponent's monster with a predator. I'm not using predator counters. That's cute, but not really that fun. I have to find a card. I have to find some more good plants for Spore to abuse. Like anything that I can special summon that's a plant. Let's go to plant. Spend one pine Kono. Balbaboon? No thanks. Dandelion would have been so clutch right now. That card would have been so clutch in this deck right now. I really want to find threes though. Especially, oh wow, there's only like this many threes. Lone Seed of Flame. When this card you control is destroyed by a card effect, you can target one level 4 or lower. Nope, that doesn't help either. Wait, is it destroyed by any card effect? Since the graveyard, you could target one level 4 or lower plant type monster in your graveyard, except Seed the Flame, special summon that target. And if you do, special summon Seed token. That's interesting. So, if I can somehow pop this card myself, that'd be a fun thing to do. Problem is, I don't know any card that just pops one monster on your side of the field for free without, like Breaksword does, or anything I could use it for. Lone Fire Blossom. But the problem with Lone Fire Blossom is it takes up too much space. And it can't be special summoned enough for that. This card's added from your deck to the card effect, special summon it. Only if you special summon this card from your hand, and if you do, it's treated as a tuner. Add 1 right rose. No. This card. We've been driving around, singing songs way too loud because we wanna. I have to open it up to more cards. Having level 3s would be fun because it sets up the whole archetype, but we can't all have what we want. Special summon this card from your hand. If you, I'm not gonna be gaining life points. That's not like the end goal of Burning Abyss. We want to burn our opponent, but like we have no way to give ourselves life points really right now. I don't know. I thought this would be cool. You can special summon this card from your graveyard. Nope. I don't know. Maybe I should go back to zombies. Maybe I should try to make zombies work. I'm like so close to making this deck like really good. To be honest, Dandelion in here would have just broke the camel's back. Dandelion would have been dope. But I need to find a way. Just a card I can special summon from the graveyard that happens to be a plant monster. Besides Spore. Like anything. Or something I can even one that special summons from hand. Just free special summon plant type monster from hand. Bunch of OCG cards that are pretty cool. Is there no plant type monster that you could just just plop on the field? They don't have anything like that? This card. They have to have something for Spore. I might have to just try this for now. Rip Glow Up Bulb. That card actually with Spore. Oh gosh. I forgot. Yep. That card with Spore. Yep. That would have been dope. To be honest, actually. I might just have to rock with this for now, but the Spore engine I can make an easy 7. So let's try to find a Synchro 7 that I can use first. Synchro 7. FA Dawn Dragster is the first one that comes to my mind, obviously. But let's not jump thinking Black Rose like we talked about earlier. Yeah, this first page is real booty. Let's see if the second page is better. Primarily looking for negates. I think that FA Dawn Dragster is my only bet. Sunlight just negate. Is it what? Oh, it's if your opponent's special summons a level 5 or higher. That doesn't help me at all. Cyber's Quantum Dragon's pretty good because your opponent cannot target. You could set up as like a blocker, but I don't need a blocker. I need like a negate. Zeta. Once per turn during your play, you can target one special summon monster your opponent controls in face of attack position. Banish both that monster and this card from the field, but return them in your next standby phase. I could play Cypher Lord Zeta. He'd actually be dope. Because then I'm not negating cards, I'm just banishing cards. I could use Beatrice and Farfa. I can use Cypher and Lord Zeta. And I could use Appaloosa. Yeah, I don't really have the spell negates that I had before. But like, Zeta's pretty buff. Just banishing a special summon monster. Just take it out of the game. I don't know, I might have to go with Dawn Dragster for now. I'm probably just going to stick with Dawn. By Herald. That frees up the space for FA or Zeta. Quantum doesn't help me here. Quantum's just a battle card. To be honest, I'll probably just still keep the Herald in there. Just because of Needle Fiber. I'm more reliant on my normal summon now than ever. So I can't really play Seer Mode anymore. He's not really an option anymore. The Kaijus are fine. Barbar is fine for time, but there's no time online, so there's that. Could play... Oh, I could just lock my opponent in the extra deck. That's another fun card with Union. Union Carrier. 2 monsters of the same type or attribute. That's easy for this deck to make. To be honest, what if I just Union Carrier lock my opponent with a setup Beatrice? With like a Fog Blade or something. That's not a bad idea, actually. Union Carrier locking your opponent in BA with like backup with like hand traps and like everything else. It's not a bad idea at all. Just play the Dragon Buster card. This card. Special summon Dragon Buster. Just Union Carrier lock people for fun. Backed up with everything else. You can target one face-up monster you control. Equip one monster to it. Oh, I can use Union Carrier and then keep the IP on the field and then link up into like something else on my opponent's turn, like an Appaloosa or something like that. So this could be the new Link 2 that I make after with like the Cherubini kind of gets wasted, but that stuff happens, I guess. Yeah, definitely looking at playing the Union, the lock is really cool and interesting. The Spore is not really getting much value except for being a level 1. You can special it off of any of these 4 guys if they get sent, but the problem is there's no other good plants. I'm really looking for a good plant, but there is none to really use. The only one was the banned card Dandelion. The Spore's effect kind of gets wasted. Because like I don't want Recover, because Recover can never be used once you use up your extra deck. It just can't be used anymore, basically. Let me see if there's any other tuner monsters I can special off of them. Or should I? Because Mathematician is a 1-card Mathematician too. Or I could use Mathematician, send Jet Synchron to send the card I want. Because I really don't plus off of Darlington Cobra. Like it's a 2-card for a 2-card really. Because it's a normal summon, pitch a card, special a card. But then I miss out on the Spore play. Ugh. Let me put the Orphoscorpio back in for now until I find something else. Oh, that's the level 4, right? Yeah, Dugaris is the 4. Dugaris would have been so cool in here too. Draw 2, discard 2. They need a Dugaris for level 3s. That'd be mental. That'd be really, really cool. I'm not really doing anything for Claw Sheep.
Lose control of myself, can find you anywhere. Been trying for too long. I give up, my luck. Been looking everywhere. It doesn't
From your hand first. Let's see from my hand.
Cause I need you on the dance floor. 4 a.m. and we go home. I guess it's history now and I shouldn't care, but it still hurts. I didn't realize the danger. Cause you're the
I need it between 1 and 3, and I need it as a tuner. Just to see if I can get rid of Spore. Just to replace it with. Genix Ally Birdman. Once again, the problem with Birdman is playing the cards that don't help it. I mean, O-Line's pretty good. It brings out the token, though, which kind of stinks. But it's good for linking. That it is. I could still play the 1 Rhino. Because the Birdman's cool, it's cheeky. But it doesn't really do anything for me. Because the only thing I'm bouncing is either the Galluses or the Dangers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards for one that like I might not ever use its effect. What does this card do? Nope. From your graveyard. No. Nope. You can just play the Psychic Wielder, to be honest. So now I'm playing Jet Synchron. No, to be honest, I have to take the Spore out. It's cute and all, but it really doesn't help the plays. I'm gonna put Math back in. You can play 3 Mathematician, to be honest. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Because I could play 3 Math and 2 Tour Guide. Because what does Rhino really do for me anymore? Yeah, if I mill it, I get it. It's like playing an extra copy of Edge and Sabers. But like, Graph should already be out of my deck. I could leave it for the beginning game, I guess. Play 2 Maths for right now. In this instance, I really don't need to play the Saryuja anymore, though. Because there's no benefit to it. It opens up cards. Card choice for me. What's a card I can put in my extra deck now? That would be fun.
Tonight I'll reach out and touch the sky. In the city of angels, feels like I'm coming.
Let me see if there's any other PKs that I want to play.
I am searching for something, and I'm still hoping. 'Cause I
Level 2s. Nope.
wanna be in, not out. Wanna make this all count. Yes, I wanna go crazy.
Am I still playing Herald? Yeah, I'm playing Herald because you can bring it out with Jet Synchron, so it's pretty fine. But you could summon Jet Synchron whenever you want off of math. So I think that's pretty. You could still make the card just fine. Levianeer? Levianeer, bring back Jet Synchron? But I think you can only use Jet Synchron once per turn and only once that turn. So I could bring it back and then use its effect again. Oh, that's really, really cool. That's dope. So I can reuse Jet Synchron if I banished it already. It's honestly not bad. Totem Bird, 2 level 3 wins. I don't have that. Target one loses. Also, its effects are negated. Tri-Edge. Oh, I remember that card. That card's actually kind of cute. There was that one card that the OCGs has. This one, Cyberspace Dragon Long Long's pretty cool. When your opponent activates the effect of a monster not on the field, you can negate it. I'm kind of comfortable with this list right now. I'm probably gonna see how it runs, but I'm sort of comfortable with it right now. It's weird. I'm sort of comfortable with it. Let me finish out my side because my side is atrocious right now. I'm more reliant on my normal summon though than ever, than I used to be in BA. Like if they hit my yeah, the Burning Abyss monsters, but like they blow up if I do things. And there's so many cards to pop my cards now that like what I did at the regional doesn't work anymore. Like where I was Jinzoing people and hitting them with Vanity's Ruler and stuff, it really doesn't work anymore. Because there's Lightning Storm, there's Infinite Impermanence, there's like Mystic Mind. Even though Mystic Mind doesn't negate it, gives them time to find cards, and I can't really kill them. I mean, I guess I could throw in the Vanities as like a cheeky card for now. It's like a going first gotcha card. Imperial Order. Nah. Definitely the 4 Kaijus help. I need them. Poor guy. No. Twin Twisters, Vanity's Fiends. I need my battle phase for evenly. What could I side out though? Like, I guess I could side out the Nibiru's. Like, if I'm going first against a trap deck, I could side out the Nibiru's and the Zekkas for like Twin Twisters and a Cosmic, I guess. What's that card called? Twister? Is it Twister? Twister moves. Tornado. That's it. Galaxy Cyclone's Typhoon, that's the card I kind of was looking at. Because you can target face-ups if your opponent controls 2 or more, so I kind of like Typhoon. So since you can, like, play around with your opponent. You can play it on your opponent's turn, which is really nice. That's, but like as a one of, because obviously Twin Twisters is king. Typhoon or Cosmic? And I can look into more different monster cards. Maxi would have been so clutch right now. It's to stop your opponent from special summoning too, because Nibiru does the same, kind of the same thing. Typhoon or Cosmic? To be honest, they do the same thing. But if you're gonna play a one of, you play. There's no more Spiral. The top 4 decks. You can use this against Pendulum though to break up their board. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with Typhoon. Because being able to play on your opponent's turn is so insane. So I got the 4 of these, 3, 3, 3. I want another hand trap though to put in the side deck because Ogre doesn't do anything. Imperm no. Veiler sucks. I was playing Ogre last time, but Ogre doesn't do anything. Because I think Winda is unaffected, right? No, or the Shadal cards are all unaffected. And plus you give it a light? No. It's not high impact enough. DD Crow. Droll really doesn't help anymore. But I'll put 2 Droll. This is a placeholder. Let's try this out. Then we'll take it online if I like it. Right off the bat, I draw Buster. That's great. Activate Tour Guide. Tour Guide effects. Summon Graph. Bring out Cherubini. Graph effect. Graph effect. Summon Seer. Activate Cherubini. Cherubini effect. Send the copy of Sea Archiver. Activate. Do a little burn. Summon. Overlay. Don't know why I'm doing this, but it's because it's Master Rule 5 now. Let's move Dante over. Swipe the zone. Dante effect. Mill 3. 1, 2, 3. I milled double Nibiru. Okay. Let's go. Alec. Four. It'd be like Appaloosa Beatrice, I guess, on that hand. Losing your... This deck lost a lot of its teeth. There, this hand I can do a little bit more better with. Graph. Especially not drawing the Buster, I'll be able to lock my opponent out of their extra deck now. Graph summons Livic. We're arfed out Livic. Needle. Livic effect. Summon. Effect of Gallus. And I didn't even use my Cherbini effect yet, which is so choice. Gallus, send Gallus, cool. Cherbini effect. I also wish the PK monsters were tuners. That'd be pretty dope. What am I sending off Cherbini? Cherbini sends the Archiver, yep. Overlay. Make Dante. C Archiver. Dante effects. Mill 3. Oh, I was supposed to use Halki Fibrax. Hold on. Spoiler. So, Crystron, Halki Fibrax effect first. Jet Synchron, because then I could get the other. That's actually pretty cool. Then I'll bring him back later. Yeah, Jet Synchron, I could see myself abusing in this deck like a billion times. That's pretty dope. And it sets... Oh, boy. And it sets up the Herald play on this, too. That's really dope. That's actually pretty cool. That's really, really cool. One, two, three, four. Yeah, so this easily makes like fairly decent board. Banish, send. Oh, I can't use them yet. I have to use him the other way. I have to use him on his return effect. Because right now you link 2. Machine, fire, light. No, my problem is I need... Let me see if I couldn't have done anything different there. Because making the Union Care lock on top of Avermax, on top of Beatrice, on top of that other card is just insane. On top of Herald of the Arclight would just be insane. So I have the Dark Fairy. I have the Water Machine. So I have a machine and a fire. So I have machine, and water. I need the waters. So I can use the machine to make Union Carrier. Oh, and then you cannot be used as link material to turn it as link summoned. That's fine though. Just use IP Masquerena. So equip Dragon Buster Sword to Union Carrier, I guess. So close. I just need a card. I just need an extra oomph. Because then I can lock basically what my end board. Let me show you guys what I was trying to make here. My ideal end board is supposed to try to look like this. That's with the water guy gone, by the way. That's what my ideal is supposed to look like. So I'm protected from battle effects, like they can't attack into me. I have a spell/trap negate. They can't go into their extra deck, and I have a banish, like a banish with Farfa. And I have a Fog Blade. So I have a Fog Blade, a Crusadia Avermax, the Union Carrier lock, the Beatrice with the Herald. I honestly think that's pretty fire, because their monster can attack. My Avermax is protecting all my monsters from being attacked. They can't use their extra deck. I have an anything negate. Like, this card is that's pretty dope. This field's really good, to be honest. Yeah, I'm digging this right now. Let's shuffle up and let's see if I can't get closer. All right. So let's go normal, special, send, bring out Cherub, Cherubini effect, Graphic Seer, with this hand I might have to forego the Seer though. Bring out the Rubik instead. Yeah, because then I can get the Rhino Warrior off. Interesting. No, because I have the Psychic Wielder. No. Wait. Yeah. Let's go for the Rubik. I want to see what happened anyway, because yeah, I could mill. What's the point? Special. Make Christian Needle Fiber. Needle effects. Bring out Mr. Jet. Link, you two away. To Union Carrier. Union effect. Oh shit. Bring out Buster. Equip it to the Union Carrier, unfortunately. Jet Synchron effect. Send. Summon him back. Rhino effect? Ooh, now that's how. Okay. Oh, I'm so dumb. Okay. 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 Ugh. That's a cool interaction. I like that. So now I can either make the other guy for the negate, so I can lock him out of his extra deck. I don't have an anything negate. But I'd rather have the Avermax, because then he's just locked out of his extra deck for the turn, and then Avermax can just pick him off. Actually, I have the other piece right there. So Rhino Warrior, send. Send Edge Imp. Use Edge Imp's effects. Obviously, I'm going to use the Edge Imp Sabers afterwards that anyway. Banish these two guys. Search. And this turn? Phantom Knight card. Phantom Knight's card. Oh, I can send Fogblade off of him? Oh, snap. I should have used him. Because then you can use Fogblade to bring the card back. Oh, that's a cool interaction. And then make Dante... Oh. Okay. I'm learning. Learning my own deck I just made. Normal. Effect. Hit the Jet Synchron. Okay, then. Jet Synchron effect? Send. Special. Graph effect summon Seer. Cherubini effects. Send away the Archive Horror. Summon. And then summon. And then use Ark's effect. Mr. Dante, do your thing. Link Dose. Into Christian Needle Fiber. And so Chainlink 1 Needle Fiber, Chainlink 2 Seer, Chainlink 3 Dante. Yeah, summon out O-Line. Because O-Line's is the machine with the machine. Okay, because that's cool. That's cool. And it sets me up right for that other play, which is pretty dope. I'm gonna use those two guys to make Union Carrier. Union Carrier effect. Oh, I get the token too. Union Carrier effect summon, bring out the lock. could use boots, send blade. Send Mr. Blade. Because then I could summon him out. Now I want the... I'll probably want to keep the blade, actually. Summon out McBeatrice. Yeah, I'm going to want to keep the blade. So what you do is you still use the rag gloves, though. You send the ancient cloak. An ancient cloak search the boots back. You're gonna banish for the fog blade. And then he gets banished, but don't worry, we'll be able to bring him back. And then you make Herald. And then you set, and there we go. So Herald's my negate. The problem is, him and Beatrice don't go well together in this situation. So monster's card points you cannot be destroyed by card effect. If this card would be destroyed by battle and points card effect, you send one other card you control to the graveyard instead. So my only issue with this board is it's insanely susceptible to just normal summon, because the fact that 1000 is not hard to get over, like at all. I have to see if there's another level 4 synchro I can make that still negates. Oh, and I have Fog Blade, though. Never mind, my Fog Blade takes care of that. So this is another lock. So it's no extra deck, negate, banish, target, and I'm fully set up for next turn. Because if I summon anything, I summon Sea Archiver out, and then you make Levier. You target the Jet Synchron and you go off again. And if they do anything, you can use Nibiru, and then you're clutch. What's up, Connor? We all know you fuck with this board. Bro, there's nobody like me. Locking your opponent out of their extra deck. I can do this in my sleep with Herald now, with Beatrice, with Phantom Knights, with this. Like, this is pretty dope. I'm actually digging this deck right now, to be honest. I'm really digging what I can do. Let me shuffle back up. Normal summon. Use Gallus. Watch my first Gallus miss. Oh, Gallus hit that. It's the combo is different. It's still BA. It's if you can find a way to get into Rubik, which I milled the Rubik, or you get into any of the any of your tuner monsters, you can make Jet Synchron is like the most abusive card in this deck, because there's a lot of cards you can put in the graveyard, like Sea Archiver, Edgem Sabers, O-Lion. Mathematician send O-Lion to is kind of one card combo. There's a lot of ways to get into it. I graph send. I use Cherubini, summon graphs to bring out Rubik sometimes, or if I normal summon Rubik, like if I hard draw the Rubik and can special summon him, it's full combo. So basically, if you have a way to get into Rubik, it's full combo. But I milled it. So let me see what I can do here. I'm still gonna end on like an interesting board. This is like my pilot right now. This is like what I'm working on. Let me still send Graph, because there's nothing else for me to really do now. I'm honestly not liking the dangers, because drawing that with a hand trap kind of sucks. I might just put in the psychics, to be honest with you. Like, take out the 3 dangers I'm currently playing and put in the psychics. Because I can use whatever I want to make whatever I want, basically. This deck is so fluid, I don't even need the dangers anymore. So let me special. Like, especially when I get a draw like Ash, like, I'm not going to use it. Dante, mill 3. And I milled Destruction Blade Sword. So there goes like all my you play 3 1-ofs that you don't want in the graveyard, like at awkward times. Rubik you don't want in the graveyard unless you can put it in the graveyard yourself. This card takes out the lock. So if they hit Destruction Blade Sword, you can't lock them out of your extra deck anymore. So those 2 cards I hit, and they're really bad cards to mill. And I milled Tour Guide too, which is a lot of fun. They put everything to 1. They put Tsuchinoko, they put Nessie was already at 1, and they put Jackalope to 1. So honestly, I'm gonna take them out. Like, I thought they would be good because there's a lot of cards that you want to play in your graveyard. Like the Phantom Knights cards are really good in your graveyard. You have to find some way. Yeah, it is a big yikes. I didn't think they were gonna hit Tsuchinoko. I'm sorry. I didn't think everybody knew they were gonna hit Jackalope on this list, but nobody thought they were gonna hit Tsuchinoko. It's really, really weird. But Jet Synchron is like the new abusive card in this deck. Also, if you draw Psychic Wielder, it also fulfills the requirements for Needle Fiber, which is really cool. I just drew really bad and I milled really bad. I need more cards that do well what we're milling, because I can get into Dante just fine. Every turn I'm making Dante. I need more cards that are good in the graveyard. I need to find cards to replace the dangers with that hopefully help me out combo further. Malicious getting put to 2 really sucks too, because he helps a lot and facilitates a lot of cool plays. Them hitting Gloat Bulb right away suck too. Honestly, let me see what I can do. Let me actually look at some more music. Let's take the dangers out. Let's see what else I can put in here. Playing 1 Sekkas is worth it because of the fact that it works with the Fog Blade. Like I was saying earlier, you play a couple wonky cards, like Drawing the Dragon Buster sucks. Drawing this card sucks because it's a total brick. It's to lock your opponent out of the extra deck. And the problem with playing a lot of spells is then you have to get rid of Gallus. If you play too many, it can equip from hand. Really? Let me check that out. Oh! I didn't realize that. Yeah. You can target one face-up monster you control, equip one monster to it from your hand or deck with the same original type or attribute. That's actually really cool. I did not know that. I didn't realize that at all. Interesting. It'd be cool if you could also do it from grave, because then you can special this card off of needle fiber to get it out, and then you could have used it as a material to bring it back. I need to find 3 cards to put in. The reason why I am playing Sekkas, by the way, is because it's the best one-of spell to play. A lot of BA players are playing Foolish here. Yes, it would be major OP, but man can dream. There's multiple reasons why I'm playing Sekka. Number one, it's Gallus. Gallus is like the most premier free special summon in all of BA. And there's no real, especially with the dangers gone, there's no real cards that you can use to really replace what Gallus provides for the deck. Like there's no card that does exactly what Gallus does. It's the best card in BA besides like Graph and Tour Guide and stuff like that. Like this card does so much for the deck. It special summons, sends a card to grave, and burns your opponent for free. Like there's no other card that does that. It's basically it's basically kind of pseudo like bougie Foolish Burial by itself. Like the only spell cards that you would really want to play in this deck is Foolish Burial, to be honest. Monster Reborn's kind of because everything else floats. So that's the reason why I'm playing the 1 Sekkas and the 2 Fogblade. Yo, I wish this card was at 3. That'd be dope. But no, I kind of understand why they hit it, kind of don't. But like Sekka's Light also works really well with Fogblade, and it's really easy for siding. Because if I'm going second against like a trap heavy deck, I'm not really leaving in my Fogblade. I can side out my Sekkas and my 2 Fogblades and like go from there. And if I really want to, I can also side out the Phantom Knight engine, and I can play like Kaijus, I can play the Twin Twisters, I can put in the Typhoons, I can put in the more hand traps if I want to. So there's a lot of ways that I can replace the engine. Like the Phantom Knight engine's so fluid with the Sekka's Light that it makes siding really easy. Because I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cards I can just plop in and out whenever I want. Combine that with Nibiru if I'm playing against like a back row deck, I can just plug and play with a bunch of cards. Like I can just bring out Nibiru and Sekka's Light and put in like Twin Twisters and some other cards. So I just have to find 3 cards that can fulfill my needs, and then I'd be good. I just need 3 cards that can like round out this deck that don't hurt its consistency, like the dangers with the hand traps. Doesn't take cards out of my hand really. A card that can preferably that can special summon from graveyard, which was basically Steam the Cloak was the perfect one for this deck. I know why Steam had to get banned, but Steam was so good for this deck. Yeah, Psychic. I'm playing the 1 Wielder. The problem with Psychic Wielder is you can't draw it. You know what I mean? Like, if you draw more than 1, this card's just terrible. Like, this card's really bad in multiples. Like, really, really bad in multiples. I want to... Like, a card that, if it's sent to the graveyard, it special summons. Like, that's what I really am looking for. Like if I mill it off Dante or I send it to the graveyard off Jet Synchron, I need cards that, or like Gallus mills it. No. I know I could play Tracker. Like I could put the Tracker in as a one of. But I need these 2 last slots to be, because the dangers were cool because it did what I needed. I need a card that can take cards out of my hand and put it in their graveyard and like special summon. Like I don't even care if it's level 3. I just need cards that help me. Yeah, Psychic Trackers is really good, but I know Destrudo sucked. I explained in my ban list video why I think they hit Destrudo. A lot of people don't understand it, but it's really easy to look at Destrudo and know why they did it. It's because it's 1 card Needle Fiber. Because if you use Armageddon Knight or Dark Grepher, you send Destrudo effect, target the Armageddon Knight or the Dark Grepher, and it makes Needle Fiber. So it's 1 card Needle Fiber by itself, Destrudo, basically. Or Armageddon Knight, I guess, is 1 card Needle Fiber. That's what I was using it for in my BA list, anyway. Because Destrudo did everything I needed, and so did Steam. They both, because, like, if I could have had them back, I would have just put Steam here, and then you put Destrudo here, and that fills out the requirements. Because what I really need is this. I need a card, when it goes to the graveyard, it does something, so it gave me a token, and then it can tribute off my Dante, and then bring itself back, and then do another token, which is really cool. And Destrudo special summon from anywhere. Like, graveyard everything. I was looking at the Scholastic, the card that I play in Rockets earlier, because it was like, oh, this card says light or dark, and then I realized that it's a light and dark dragon. I forgot about its other effect, because it's like, oh damn, this card's broken. I can just make Titanic Galaxy, because it also makes all monsters you control become level 8, and then the requirement sucked. So there's that. I have tried Block BA. The problem with Block BA is you lost a bunch of cards, and I never really liked Block BA because A, it bricked to begin with before Sekka's Light got hit. It's very inconsistent compared to this deck. It lost its means and like its teeth to make needle fibers. You can't make needle fiber really in it. It's just a weird deck, and now that the dangers got hit, like that deck's even worse. Like this deck doesn't really need the dangers at all because you can just supplement it with hand traps. So that's really it. I've tried Block BA a bunch of times, and each time I've tried it, it wasn't good, and now it just keeps getting worse and worse, to be honest. Like, you're playing so many brick cards. You're playing Fossil Dyne Apache Cephalo. You're playing the level 4 Earth monsters that have to banish an Earth monster to special them. There's just so many bricks involved. Like, I've looked at the 3-access Dragon Link too, but the same thing that keeps happening with those decks is they're so inconsistent that Gigantes and Rock Spirit and stuff like that, they're so inconsistent of decks that the power difference is minimal to begin with, because of the fact that I can lock my opponent out of the extra deck. Like, yeah, you can lock your opponent out of special summoning the other way, but what deck really special summons monsters that can out like an Avermax? Or what deck really, like, if you look at Salad, to be honest, right? Salad needs to link off its monsters to do anything. If you look at Orcus, Orcus needs to link off its monsters to do anything. If you look at like Pendulum Magician, it can't use its extra deck. Yeah, Pendulum Magician. Yeah, Pendulum Magician would probably be the only problem, to be honest. But this card really does this exact same thing, and it is backed up by so much other shit like Fogblade and stuff, and it's just easier to get into. Like this deck does it's like block BA light, but it's a shit ton more consistent and a lot easier to get into. So I just need to fill out these 2 slots, and let me put on some better music, because I have Apple Music on for their playlist, and this Apple Music playlist is god awful. Like, oh my god. Like, yeah, I know it's free, but like, shit, man. Like, let me see what else I can put on. I have to put on music that's freaking royalty free though. That's the music I already used. Oh, I jam with this music. You have any suggestions for me, Connor? I need 2 more cards to round out. Because I could play Defrag in here, similar to what they do. Because it has like a... It has like a cheeky effect where it has the send effect I'm looking for from hand, but it has to be in like hand to use the effect. And yeah, I can special summon it back, but like its effect is so hard to trigger because I need 3 Ash Engrave or 3 Nibiru Engrave or like 3 Gallus Engrave, like exactly 3 of them, which sucks. Nah, 2 Mally's not good because of the fact that, like, A, if you draw it, like, it's just dead in the water. And B, that's why Second Light also helped. And, like, yeah, you can use Edgem Sabers to mitigate it. But with the 2 Mally, it's a one for one. That's its problem, is it's just purely a 1 for 1. Like, I wish Solkius wasn't just crap. Because it's Send 2. If Solkius had Send 1, I'd still consider playing it. Because then it gives Rhino another target. Like, Rhino... I dropped Rhino from 2 to 1 because there's really almost no reason to play it anymore. Because the only cards that you can send off Rhino now are, like, that are any good for your combo are Graph or Edgem Sabers. And if you already get the Graph, you can send the Edgem Sabers off Cherubini if you want. Genix Ally Birdman. Yo, if the Psychic Tracker and the Psychic Wielder didn't have hard once per turn effects, that'd actually be really good. Because what you do is you have, like, say, Mathematician on board, and then you special summon Psychic Wielder, and then you bounce the Psychic Wielder with Birdman, and then you bring out the Psychic again. That'd be fire, to be honest with you. That'd be really cool. Nah, the only card that makes this card broken is Gallus. That's why this card's at 1. Because you can Gallus lock your opponent and just keep burning them. You just go Gallus, burn, Birdman, bounce, Birdman, and then you, like the double Birdman bounce. Nah, it's inconsistent. Like Birdman is so inconsistent, fam. Like I get no value from it, is what I'm saying. Wait, it's a tuner? Eh, I'll be damned. And it's a machine. Actually, that's dope. Because as a machine, it fills the requirement for Buster, too. I can equip it to Buster. I can equip it with Dragon Buster, so that's actually not that bad. That's actually not a bad idea. Because if I get like later into the combo and shit like that, I think it's... What are the requirements for the Phantom Knight cards? If when I special summon off the out of the graveyard, is it if this card leaves the what's this? Banish it when it leaves the field. Okay, so it has to get banished. Fuck. I guess I'll try Birdman out for now. I'll try it out for now. Then I need a card that does something good in the graveyard. Something good in the graveyard. Like specials it, special something else out of my graveyard, special something from my deck. I need something good in graveyard. Like I could play Sea Archiver, like a second Sea Archiver for now. I guess I'll try it as like a placeholder. I'll put Birdman and double Sea Archiver as a placeholder for now, but like they're one-ofs at best. Because Sea Archiver is 10 times better than the Psychics. Like this card's mental. Because this card does basically what these cards do and more. You want one Jackalope? Nah, you gotta play Such. You can't play one Jack. You gotta play one Tsuchinoko. That's why it sucks that they put Such to 1 too. I guess. Then it gives 4 cards that Birdman can abuse. To be honest, I might just take out the Psychic Tracker because it doesn't help. And just put in the second Sea Arc. Because Sea Archiver is 10 times better. Because it's recursive, it's abusive, and does everything I want. So I'll try it out for now. I will try this out for now, good sir. But I wish I could have a card that says when it, like, in the graveyard it does something. Like, this is a hand effect. And my deck can put cards in the graveyard like nobody's business. Like, I have Mathematician, I have Cherubini, I have Dante. Like, I don't care if they banish themselves either. That's why Sea Archiver doesn't matter, because I'm playing Levianeer. Or Levier, that just brings them back. It just gives me cards. So. I don't even care if it's level 3 or not. Wait, is there a... Hold on. Is there a dark one? Is there a dark... Where's attribute? There's got to be a dark monster that does what I want. Like, even if it sends a card from my hand. Tribute one other dark monster. Add 1 level 4 or lower. If it was level 4 or lower, that'd be good. Oh, Trick Clown? Trick Clown's cute. It doesn't get the value. I don't get the value off of it. Plus, it's just a free special. It doesn't give me a lot to work with. I guess. Trick Clown. Hmm. Because here's the thing about playing, by the way, here's the thing about playing monsters from hand that I don't like. If their effect is just playing monsters from hand, I could just play BAs. Like, the BAs are 10 times better for that kind of effect, if you know what I mean. Like, if I'm playing, like, Psychic Tracker, I might as well just play another BA. Trick Clown doesn't... If Trick Clown was level 3, I'd play it in a heartbeat. Trick Clown would be in here really fast if it was level 3. The problem is it doesn't do enough as a level 3. I need a card that special summons from grave that also can do more, like send a card from deck to grave, or send a card from my hand to graveyard. Should always have to be sent by effect. That's the problem. Like, I can't send them off Dante, or I can't... Like, It's 3. Which one? The problem is Dante won't trigger it then. Like, Actually, Mathematician would trigger it, though. Which Shadal is it? Level 3 Shadal. Because Mathematician will trigger it. Oh, Hedgehog? Hedgehog, I think, puts it in defense, though, right? No. Wendy? Problem is, it puts it in face-down defense position, and I have no way to lift it back up. I'd actually play Wendy. Because it would refill all my requirements. If Wendy... I don't care if we put it in defense. If Wendy didn't have that clause where it says you can special summon one Shadal monster from your deck in face-down defense... Yeah, that's booty. No, that's... Some of those Shadals are weird. Some of them summon in face up, some of them summon in face down. Really fucking weird. Like, Glow Up Bulb does what I want. But they just had to ban Glow Up Bulb. Glow Up Bulb would have been... Glow Up Bulb does everything, but it's one card... It's one card, Needle Fiber, so they had to get rid of that. Because I just don't like Tsushinoko, especially with playing the hand traps with Ash and Nibiru. I never liked playing dangers with hand traps to begin with. That's why I played 4 in my list that almost basically got 14th place at Brooklyn. That's why I only played 4 hand traps, because when you draw a danger and they hit a hand trap, it's just so neg. I tried out the Predaplant engine, but the couple problems that you run into with the Predaplant engine is, yeah, you can use instant fusion and stuff. And with the Predaplant engine, if you can do all your combos and go into Saryuja's Skull Dread, then you can summon out your Predaplant cards, but you don't really plus off them too much. Like, I tried it out earlier in my stream. If you want to look earlier in the stream, you can play Spore. I was playing the Spore card with it, where you can summon out Predaplant Orphoscorpio, and then Orphoscorpio send, summon out Darlington Cobra, make your plays, and then eventually get into Needle Fiber out Spore. No, the reason why I'm talking about an alternative to Glow Bulb is not for recover, because I'm playing like so many other cards that basically fulfill my requirement for Needle Fiber or a tuner and stuff like that. Like, I have my Rubik, I have Jet Synchron, I have Psychic Tracker, Gen X Ally Birdman, Mecha Phantom Beast O-Lion. I have I have the requirements that I need. I need a card that does the send effect. That's what I'm looking for. I need a card that can either has like a similar Gallus effect engrave, or a similar like the Predaplant Orphis Scorpio, like you were discussing, but a card that can do it from graveyard. Like Predaplant Orphis Scorpio, the problem with it is that it works in hand. Zephyros is a bounce, too. That's the problem with Zephyros. I need a card that just specials itself from the graveyard for free whilst doing something else. Or I need a card in hand that does... Like, if you look at... This is what I'm looking for. Gloat Bulb's effect. If this card's in your graveyard, you could send the top card of your deck to the graveyard. If you do, special summon this card. That's basically what I'm looking for. Or another card like Jet Synchron. If this card's in your graveyard... If this card is in your graveyard, you could send one card from your hand to the graveyard, special summon this card. I need a card that does something like that to replace the Tsuchinoko with. And then this deck's pretty insane. Because the ratios are pretty good. The extra deck's pretty solid. Really solid, actually. The Birdman's a cool tech too. It's interesting. It's certainly interesting. The problem is, if you don't see it with Gallus, it really sucks. Like, I tried playing out like a zombie package earlier. Like my first idea for BA was to play zombies in it. Chaos Betrayer. I played that card like a long time ago. The problem with Chaos Betrayer is it needs lights and darks. So it's like if this card's in your graveyard, and Rhino can send it, which is really cool. You can banish one light and one dark monster from your graveyard, special summon this card to banish it when it leaves the field. It's cute and it's nice, but like the deck plays so many dark monsters, and I really don't have a light target I want to banish that I ever really make. Like you never like, yeah, bro. Bring back Snow and I'll just play Hydrolander Ride in here. I'll just play Snow Hydrolander Ride and like love my life. I'll just put it like in here, like bro. Like Snow. Fairy Tale Snow plus Hydrolander. Yes. 100% yes. If you can tell Konami to give me back Snow, that would be 100,000%, a million times with this deck crazy good. It would be fantastic. What's up, by the way, Skylar? Welcome to the stream. I'm doing streams this is my second ever stream. So, could cut down the ratios to play Hydrolander. I wish that would be like the optimal choice. I wish that would be optimal, but like playing like a Nibiru, a Ash, like there are just too many cards you can hit that can't be mitigated with, like at all. Like I was talking about the Block Dragon deck with Connor earlier, and the reason why I don't like it is because it's so inconsistent, and you're trading like power cards, quote unquote, for consistency. Like I'll show you what I mean. Definitely, if you guys like the setup of my stream with the how it's set up with the picture and the chat and everything and the motions, definitely let me know. This is my second ever stream, so definitely trying to make it as pleasurable as possible for my viewers. So let me test this out, because I was talking about those two cards for a while, but let me see if I can't try it out. Alright, so I drew a hand trap and I drew a bunch of nonsense. So let's use Gallus effect, and I send the Farfa. Okay. So I'm losing both my Farfas. So that's really an oof. Gizmek Orochi's cute, but that's a banish, Connor. It's not a send. What's up, Gustavo? By the way, how you doing? What do you think about Heroes? What is stronger for the upcoming format, BA or Heroes? I put out my tier list earlier. Definitely check that out if you want a more in-depth review of that deck, of the tier list and what I think about every deck. But definitely Heroes. I can do a lot more. I'm trying to make BA work because the problem with BA is people are really gonna. This is gonna be like a lull period for BA. I feel because of the fact that they hit everything the deck was trying to do unless we get more support, which people were talking about. If you're from the BA group chat, people were talking about that Phantom set that people were hopeful we'd get more cards like that. That rank 3 BA card is really cool. Not the BA card, but the one that like negates. It has like a similar to effect as Gossip Shadow. It's a pretty cool card. But yeah, Mally hurt, but I definitely go with Heroes. Just as of right now, unless I can figure out more of this BA deck. Because to be honest, I liked BA beforehand. Right here, I'm probably just gonna make Needle Fiber, unfortunately. Because I don't want to have to normal summon Actually, Ash Blossom's the tuner, and I didn't normal. That's actually pretty busted. I can get exactly what I want from this now. I just realized Ash was a tuner. Yeah. So... Graph effects, summon Seer. Wasting both my Farfas. Yeah, Mally really did hurt. But I also love BA. Like, I have Rockets, which is probably going to be my main deck. Oh, there goes the Birdman. Imagine if Birdman had a good graveyard effect. That'd be cool. And I hit a Cloak. Oof. Yo, freaking Bard E should be cool too, but Bard would be abused by every other deck. That's why I need a card in Graveyard where if I hit these mills, that it'll help me out. That's why the Mally hurt. It took away a lot of cards. The Glow Bulb hurt. The Steam the Cloak hurt. I need a card that fulfills requirements in Graveyard that also has secondary meanings. That's why I love Glow Bulb. That's what BA really needs. That's why I was playing BA, and then I stopped playing it, and I played Dinos for a little bit. After I got my invite, spoiler, I left BA, and I went to play... Dinosaurs again, like my third time playing Dinosaurs. But I don't know. I love BA. The artwork's freaking dope. 100%. The lore is behind it. It's just it's getting slapped around every list because the way that I've been playing BA and the way that I think a lot of people should be playing BA is I take a different approach from a lot of the other players. And that's how I kind of innovate a little bit more, and I'm able to go to events and top regionals and stuff like that still, is because of the fact that the key that I've been taking away from BA that you guys should too is I was playing the best cards of the format. Like, the best cards of this format would have been Glow Bulb, Steam the Cloak, but I was playing them last format because BA could abuse them. So the best cards of this format would have been, you know, Glow Up Bulb and Steam the Cloak, the 2 cards that got banned, Destrudo. I was playing all the banned cards that nobody was playing in their BA deck, basically. Or, like, they were playing it in the Glow Up Bulb in the Rock BA deck, but nobody else was really jamming with those cards. Or there were some playing Destrudo, but not to its fullest potential, like Destrudo to make Crystal Needle Fiber, stuff like that. So you really have to be able to adapt to what you got to play. Why am I normal summoning Nibiru? I'm just dumb. That's normal. Unfortunate. Let's make... let me see your question really quick. Yo, who's going to be the Grim champion? That's our locals, by the way. I'm coming out with some local matchups. I filmed one yesterday, but it was really bad. Like, we had a 4-man locals online. A little bit of backstory, but we had some technical difficulties. So I'm going to be, hopefully in the future, bringing you guys some local matchups for you guys with, you know, Connor's a guy from our locals, and, or It's Cool was taken, that's your name. But, or It's Cool. Or some other guys that you guys are going to see. You've seen some of them in my videos. But I'm going to bring you guys some of that. We might even have some live duels. I got one I squeezed in before we got shut down in New York. For coronavirus, so I squeezed one in during a lockdown because the store that I like to hang out with was allowing us to play in it. But who's gonna be the Grim champion after Corona? Everyone gonna pull up to the first Saturday back? To be honest, I don't even know. I honestly don't know who's gonna be the next Grim champion, and I don't even know when we're gonna be out of this Corona nonsense. It's gonna be a long time. I'm gonna like the $1,200 from Trump though. That's gonna be bomb. But if I was a betting man and I was going to put money on who's gonna win, I'd probably say we're gonna have a 4-man split because there's gonna be a lot of people and nobody's gonna play it through. I've tested BA basically the entire day today. Oh, why am I stopping? I gotta put out my needle fiber and chill. So needle fiber's effect goes off. It'd be cool if needle fiber, if there was a. I looked up to see if Phantom Knights had a tuner, which I don't believe they do. Do they? Do Phantom Knights have a tuner? That level 2, is that a tuner? Let me check. Hold on. That weird Phantom Knight 2. Or, no, Cloven Hell. Let me check, hold on. Because that'd be cool. Fragile Arm, no. Now, there's no 2. Dang. I thought there was. I know that they have the overlay. Lacked power to face the top 2 decks. A well-timed interruption without extenders in hand can stop the turn. I agree with that statement where BA has its limitations, but if you really look at the top tier decks, let me do my move actually first. My discard's gonna not be great off Jet Synchron. So I'd probably go with O-Lion. In this instance, which is pretty bad. Oh, I'm gonna go to bed. Good luck. Cheers, Connor. Good luck going to sleep, buddy. Gen XL Birdman I'm actually gonna get rid of too, because the fact that I need it engrave. I need its graveyard effect. I'm gonna get the Fog Blade though. But back to your point, Gustavo. The thing that I see with BA is it definitely has potential. I definitely like where I'm going with this deck, where I can Union Carrier lock my opponent out. Because if you can set up like protection with it, like Fog Blade, and you can Union Carrier lock your opponent out of the extra deck, they're gonna have a hard time, especially like Salamangreat. If they can't find a way to out the lock, their turn's over and their game 1's over. So that's what I like about it, and it does the same basically the same type of deal as Rock BA, but it's more consistent now than Rock BA. So Union Carrier is definitely something that I like going into this format, the Union Carrier lock. Because you can make it literally with any... Your whole deck plays a bunch of cards that you can play with, like Machine. If I had another extender card too, I would have just made Avermax with the lock with the Phantom Knight card. Because right now, I'm kind of stuck doing this. Right, yeah. 1, 2. Make this guy, Union Carrier, and then this guy gives me the token. And Union Carrier can attach. Actually, can I? No, I need a dark. I need a dark dragon, actually. I need a dark card to attach to it, so I can't use Cherubini with it. So let me put Cherubini back, actually. I have to use Needle Fiber. So I'll move him down. I was also supposed to bring back my Graph and Seer. I completely forgot to do that. That's freaking hilarious. That would have changed a little bit, but I kind of fluffed this talking. Let me shuffle back up. Because that's a rip. I should have had such a better field at the end of that than I actually did. Alright, what's up with me drawing double Farfa? Like, what? I don't know. BA is weird online in terms of your draws sometimes. Let's go. I had to normal summon the Farfa too, which really sucks. Or I could have normal summoned... Hold on. Instead of going that route to get Dante and Beatrice and stuff, because I can't Farfa it away anymore, let me try a different approach. Let me test with this deck. Let me test some other approaches. Let me go Farf. Getting rid of the Rubik sucks. Go into Needle Fiber. Give me the token. Needle Fiber. Jet Synchron doesn't help, where Glow Club would help. Yeah, to be honest, I just gotta send the Jet Synchron. Send it. I have the Nibby, so that's gonna be fun. Fun little surprise. Oh, no, it's summon, I'm dumb. To be honest, I could play a card that go into Crystron Needle Fiber with. So what I can do is I can send, get rid of this, and put a card for these instances where I just made Herald of the Arclight. So in these instances, I can still have a good backup plan where I can use Crystal Needle Fiber to synchro into something. I know my opponent's turn, I could just rock them with the Herald. So like if I made TG Hyper Librarian for the 1, which kind of sucks, that would have been my draw. So I can't draw into my Ash, which stinks too. I know it's just awkward. Some of these cards are just awkward. Like, I have to take out... I also haven't seen Math in, like, a while. I'm back at this zone where I need to take Such out, and I need to take out him. Because my thing is, I need +1s. That's where this deck starts stalling, is on +1s. +1. I guess I could just put the dangers back for now. Because if I don't draw any of the hand traps, or I draw into them and stuff, I could try it for now, the 1-in-1. That's so bad, though. Or nah. Put in the 2 Such for now. Let me test this out. Alright. Well, forced to use Sekis here. And then I draw into actually good cards. I draw into the boots, I draw into everything. I'm gonna put the Seer back. I value the Seer Dante loop a lot. Because if it was at more than when it's currently at, it'd be very plus. The danger. I mean, in a tournament setting, probably use the danger here. 1 through 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, that sucks. But I got the special out of it. Normal. And then special. Send. Summon. Send Graph to summon Seer. Basically, I'm just trying to edge my bets. And make a board that has value as quickly as possible. Because if you make if you make something that has 0 value to your board, as a Farfa and a Torget, okay, that's fun. If you make like something with no value, like you're going to be in a world of hurt. I could carrier lock them again, but that's my problem. Like, all I'm doing is carrier locking people. Like, I have the idea. I have the idea of what I want. I just need to get there. I need to somehow get over this hump. Maybe there's just nothing. Maybe this might just be it, which is unfortunate. Like, because if I go link 2 there into IP mask, and then you set up the play. Like, this board is so, like, eh. Like, an Ash and an Interruption is so, like, meh, this format. It's really meh, to be honest. Finally, a mathematician to hear my prayers. Alright, so Mathman. Mr. Mathman will send O-line for 1-card Cherubini. Let's freaking go, eh? Cherubini. That's exactly what I was looking for, to be honest. Effective Edgem Sabers to stack. Summon. Arc. Summon. Go on top. Dante. Gallies. Send a Rhino. Rhino effect, get Graph, get summon Seer. Effect, no 3. Okay. So I have no access to needle fiber because of what I did right here. And my mill's set up diddly squat. But that's okay. I can still end on a basic BA board. So there's no needle fiber access, so there's no like crazy cards that are gonna come flying out of nowhere. But there's gonna be some basic stuff. Send. Make my Beatrice. And then special summon. And then we'll banish and banish for next turn. It actually would have been kind of cool if I milled the other one. The ragged gloves, because then I could have got an additional special summon this turn. So I can set, so I have no need for the other guy anymore for Avermax. So what I can do is go 1, 2, 3. Or actually, you leave him up, because then I have the Alec play too. It's a 2-for-1. Because what I can do is I can go 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So my opponent's turn I can go 1, 2, 3 if I want to, and spin a card, and then negate a card at the same time. So that's actually a fairly interesting and decent play I got going right there. All right. 1-card Cherubini play. I'm probably going to take this. I'll probably take it online to see what I can do in a bit. Is there nothing else I can put in here to help myself out? BA is such a weird deck right now. Because I want to play the Phantom Knights because they're really the only engine I can really throw in this deck right now. What about that Plunder? Isn't Plunder level 3 or something like that? Oh, Plunders are 4. What do Plunders do in Graveyard though? And they're Fiend tuners. Very interesting. If we do equip this card. Except Whitebeard. What about... Is there any... There's Whitebeard and there's Blackbeard. I think Blackbeard's the one that goes from Graveyard, right? Where's Blackbeard? Is that all the Plunder cards? Yeah, I think that's it. Unfortunate. It's been interesting. If you control no monsters, Which cards can I put in here? I need to replace some cards in here. I need to be able to put a card in the graveyard that can help this deck out a little more. Like, I could even take the Nibiru route, to be honest with you. But the hand traps really help. Oh, here's the new Battles of Legends set. Oh no, this is Secret Slayers. Reprints for Secret Slayers. Doki Doki, Block Dragon, Lone Flyer, Upstart. Ill Bud. I'm just reading up the cards that are part of the new Secret Slayers. This set sucks. Damn. Feels bad, man. Feels really bad. I'm gonna take a quick break while I figure this shit out, so I'll be right back. Alright, guys? Just give me a couple seconds, and I will be right back and figure this nonsense out. Try to figure out some of this BA stuff.